Hello everybody, it's Dr. Steve back with another episode of Core Wellness TV on a beautiful early March day in Indiana. Hey, I've got some very cool stuff to talk about today because it has to do with what holds people back, what may be holding you back from taking the next step towards a better quality of life and better health. And that is right here, what's in your brain. The programs in your brain, your limiting beliefs, are what hold you back. Case in point, I have permission to share a very wonderful case study from a client who has recently come in. She came in very resistant, did not even want to be there, it seemed like, because she was holding on so strong to the fact that she wasn't the type of person who believed that it was important to change the way you move, to change the way you eat, or to change the way you think. Actually, you know, she reads and she studies and she researches, but she never took the actual steps. And that is a really common thing, is you read about stuff and you want to learn about stuff, but you never actually take the steps. I heard John Bradshaw, in his tape series Healing the Shame That Binds You, he said that, you know, the thing is people would rather line up to the lecture on heaven, or there's two doors, right? And one says the lecture on heaven, one says heaven, and everybody lines up for the lecture. In other words, you know, you just have to claim what's yours. You have to take the step into the unknown and embrace it, okay? Otherwise you stay over here in contemplation mode all the time and you never take action. Okay, that's another thing. I'm going to do this little backside to side thing. Over here is the like the blissful ignorance, where you don't know what's going on and you just live life because you don't even know what's happening, and all of a sudden something happens and you start contemplating change, and then you start to well, let's look at this and research it. But what happens is people stay in the research mode, they become chronic contemplators and never jump over here into action. But what, hey, there goes a deer. That's awesome. Let's see if I can get him.
Did he go behind me? Yep, there he goes. Haha, pretty cool. Whoops.
Okay, that was fun. Anyway, are you a chronic contemplator? Are you a change maker? That's the question. And with this private client who came in, I will share her name in the stuff below, but she, like I said, she was resistant to make the change. She was resistant. You know, when I watched her do her squats, she's a runner. She wants to run. She wants to do mini marathons. She's just getting back into trying to do some things, right? And she did a 13-mile walk last year for the first time, and now she's starting to just want to do these 5Ks and 10Ks and things, and just walking and easy running. And that was her goal. But when she came in, she couldn't do it because her heels wouldn't let her do it. She had heel pain, she had knee pain, and she just didn't know if she can handle it anymore. So I watched her do some movements, some programs in her mind. She stood on one leg and she couldn't stand on one leg. She was all wobbly. When she did a squat, her knees came together and she was beating up her knees. And I said, Nancy, if you continue to run and walk with these dysfunctional movement patterns, do you know what's going to happen? Well, you're going to continue to degenerate, you're going to continue to damage your tissues, and you will break down and you won't be able to walk 10 years from now. You're looking at knee replacements, you're looking at hip replacements, you're looking at, you know, basically disability and not being able to enjoy the latter part of your life. And that sunk in. And eventually she bought in. Finally and gratefully, she now works and she's reprogramming, she's rethinking the way she moves. And guess what? She ran the mini marathon. She jogged the first mile. I'll post the information down below. But she was thrilled. She is on track. And that's what I'm just saying to you. You have to jump out of the chronic contemplation and research mode. Embrace change. Accept that you have to change the way you do things in your brain. You have to change the wiring in your brain. You have to do things that blow your mind. Because doing things that blow your mind rewires your brain. And you have emotional impact. you think, wow, I can't believe I did that. Guess what? You just got a new reference in your brain. Tony Robbins, I listened to a tape the other day on references. He called them references, and they're just experiences of your life. But your experiences of your life are what determine what you believe, and they determine the actions you take. They determine your core beliefs. So having more experiences, get the experience of walking differently and having a pain-free experience, or whatever it is for you. Get out there and blow your mind. I guess that's what I wanted to share today. Breaking through limiting beliefs, breaking out of chronic contemplation, and jumping into action, and then continuing to maintain that action and staying on track. Thank you so much, Nancy, for sharing your story, and thank you all for listening. We'll see you next time.